Well, it is Friday afternoon, and Jill gotta get out of the smoke. Jill's been in Salt Lake with her friends, and I decided I was gonna get dinner ready so when she came home, she wouldn't have to worry about it. So I'm doing a old family recipe. When I was younger, this was called Grandma's Cowboy Beans, but it has since been changed to either Grandpa's Cowboy Beans or Rogers Cowboy Beans, just depending on who you talk to. But we're doing it in the Dutch oven. So, getting the fire going. We'll just get some hot coals right out here in our fire pit, and then we'll do the Dutch oven dinner out here. I'm making Rogers Cowboy Beans. I'm doing a peach cobbler and also some rolls. So hopefully she'll like the meal. I don't know if she's ever had Rogers Cowboy Beans or Grandpa's Cowboy Beans before, so we'll find out. Oh, you boys look really nice with your elk sweaters on.
But it's cold out.
Yeah, you look really nice with your elk sweaters on. We'll go out in a minute. We got to get the dinner ready so we can go put it on the hot coals. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we're letting that grease drain off of the hamburger. And while we're doing that, I'm going to put all of our product into the Dutch oven. Okay. Now, if you have a lovely assistant and she came home, have her start opening the cans of beans. We just do the Van Camp's pork and beans, and just go ahead and put those beans right in there. Keep one of your cans, and then you can put the grease from the hamburger in it. Alright, we're going to put some mustard. Oh, probably about that much. I'm going to throw in some ketchup. And the ketchup, we're going to do about 2/3 of a cup. Yeah, probably about that much. We're gonna do about, yeah, probably that much. I don't know how much it was, but it'll work. Brown sugar. This is crazy to go too much on. Problem is, if you go too much, then it's gonna be too sweet. Yeah. We don't want it too sweet, but I think that's probably good right there. We'll find out. We put the onions in already. It calls for 1/4 of a cup of molasses, but we're going bigger than the recipe. So I'm going to put in 1/3 of a cup. Probably about that much right there. And then of course we want to salt and pepper to taste. Alright, now we're gonna Add that hamburger. A brown. Yeah, just throw it all in. What the heck. And then, last but not least, I'm going to add little smokies. But I don't want them that big. I'm going to cut them in half. So this will take a minute, but maybe I better give this one and this one to the dogs. You want a treat? Hmm? Oh yeah, that's good, huh? Do you want one? Oh yeah. Okay, now we're just gonna stir this all up, mix it all in there really well. Alright, so peach cobblers, or any kind of cobbler, is actually one of the easiest things to make in a Dutch oven. The hardest part is just not letting it burn. But dump in 1 can of peaches. Dump in 2 cans of peaches, just kind of spread them out there. You take 1 yellow cake mix. This is a size 14 Dutch oven. You should probably have a 12 for this instead, but this is what I have, so I'll make it work. Just spread your cake mix out evenly on there, as even as you can. Then you take a cube of butter and just cut it. I'm going to cut it down in half that. Put one there, one about there, and there, and one more, just because it looks best that way. I'll just put it on right there. All we have to do now is put it in the fire, but we won't put this one on until after the beans are done, because we don't want this one to get done before the beans. We want this one to be done when we're done eating the beans, so we're ready for the cobbler. Alright, now I'm gonna put my Dutch oven right here just because I don't want it in the fire pit right now necessarily with that still burning. I'm going to get a couple coals right there. I'm just going to set the beans right on top of that. And I'm going to scoop up some of these coals. I'm just going to dance them all the way around the outside. Not directly underneath, but just enough. Pull all these dead leaves back. I probably should have raked this area first, but we'll be here to make sure there's no fire that gets started. Put some on top. So, just like so. Like that, maybe a little more. So, you can see those coals are pretty warm. Those beans will start cooking here now. And those logs right there will be making coals for our peach cobbler. So. I forgot to mention I'm also making some rolls. We're going to do these ones right in the oven though. So those should be done about the time the beans are done. Okay, so I came out, I actually moved the beans into the fireplace Hank! That dog is barking. There's something up in that tree right there. He keeps looking up there and barking at it, but I can't see anything up there. It's got better eyes than I do, but anyways, I moved it into the fire pit because most of the coals were off the fence posts and they weren't burning hot enough. And so I put them in here, hoping that that does a little bit better. But you want to stir these about every 10 minutes with a wooden spoon, because we don't put metal in our Dutch oven. And just to, one, check on them, and two, keep them rotated so that heat gets dispersed. So we're gonna lift this. Oh, they're boiling. They must have found that heat. Now see how it's boiling on that side but not over here? So we're gonna want to rotate that. So let's stir it first. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Can you smell it? Oh yeah, I hope you can smell it. If not, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Oh, you boys smell that, huh? Alright, we're gonna put this back on. Rotate that. It was like this when I lifted it off. Now it's like this. We're gonna actually turn this all the way around there, just because this side was so boiling. This side was boiling and the other side wasn't, so I'm just gonna put that handle straight up, mostly just to help keep it from getting too hot. I'm excited to eat. I don't know about you. Nothing like Dutch oven dinner right off of a campfire. Now, as you can see, the rolls are starting to golden brown. So what I need to do is get the glaze for the top of it ready. What I do is just put in some butter. This is probably looks like about 1/3 of a cube, and melt that down. Now, some of you may know that Jill and I used to be a beekeeper. She did it full-time, I did it part-time. My plan was to retire from the sheriff's office and go into full-time beekeeping, but that didn't end up happening. Retired and went back into law enforcement. But we have our own honey here that we actually harvested. I guess we did harvest it. The bees made it and we harvested it. But you just put in about half the amount of butter that you put in. Put that much honey in. And this is all crystallized because it's raw honey, the good stuff. Lots of health benefits. I'm going to put that in with that honey mix and melt it down. Usually you don't microwave your honey, but I'm just doing it just enough to melt it so you can stir it, not so much to kill all the healthy stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, we used to be beekeepers and it was a lot of fun. It was hard work. Anybody who thinks it's not. I was running about 125 hives and Jill was running about 3,000 hives. So she's much busier than I was. Okay, timer's gone off. And oh, look how good those look. All right, so now I'm gonna take my butter and honey concoction. Let's take my little toothbrush, and I'm just, or not toothbrush, but paintbrush that we used to paint the house with last week. Just kidding. This is what we spread our barbecue sauce on, or our butter, whatever. We're just gonna spread these on. While it's still hot, let it cook right into, give it a little honey glaze. Help those beans get done pretty quick because my mouth is hungry. Alright, so I'm gonna give these another stir. Get the I am because it looks like it might just slightly be sticking a little bit, but give these a stir, and then I'm gonna do a taste so I know if I need to salt and pepper or not. Let's take that right. Put some beans on there. Grandma, please don't be mad at me for saying this. Dad or Grandpa to my kids, don't be mad at me for saying this, but I think these are the best beans I've ever had. Holy cow. There might not be anything left when Joe gets home. I don't know if I can wait, but I'll try and be fair. I'll give her 15 minutes. That's enough time to drive from Smithfield to home. Well, 20. She just got to go through Logan. Oh my gosh. Boys, it's heaven. I found heaven. Yes. It's right here in this Dutch oven. Oh my gosh. I need to try that again just to make sure I wasn't fooling myself. I am so glad I doubled the recipe, you guys, because it was only supposed to be half this size, but I'm like, I want some leftovers. And I don't do leftovers, but I am gonna do leftovers. Between this and the rolls, you gotta have the rolls to mop up all the leftovers, right? And peach cobbler, oh, right and good tonight, boys. Alrighty, Jill just made it home, and she's scooping in, taking the first scoop of beans. Hopefully she likes these. And then rolls there. I can grab a fork if you want, or end up having a hard time pulling those off. But alright, I'm going to get loaded up. I got boys loaded up, bowl for them right there. Well, the boys are totally digging it. I guess I have their approval on the beans. Let's see if Jill approves. Is this gonna end with a spanking? What? Alrighty, we're gonna eat dinner, but there you go. Beans and rolls. Oh, I gotta hurry and go throw the peach cobbler on so it's ready, and then we can eat that after. Well, we're just finishing winding things down for the night. The beans worked out great. They're awesome. Just totally forgot how good they were, and even though my mom and my grandma do a better job, I was pretty dang happy how they turned out, and I ate a huge bowl. I'm hoping Jill liked them. I know that the boys liked them. They ate 2 big bowls each, and then when those were done, the cobbler was done. So I didn't get any video of the cobbler, but I did take a picture, and I'll insert it here. But we ate the cobbler, and now it's just cleanup time, getting 2 Dutch ovens cleaned up and re-seasoned. But anyways, I was very happy to be able to eat my family's beans again. It's been a while since I've had them, and I doubled the recipe, so there's more to eat for another day or 2. So
They were really good. They really were. I just had a migraine and didn't feel awesome, but they were good.
well, there you have it.
4 stars and 3/4 of another star.
4 3/4, that's not bad. I got room for improvement, so I will work on that. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to live life, but love life. Thanks, guys. Bye.